talk to me about the writing. That's where you were about to go, but you were about to go too fast for me, so I had to slow it down.
I had to slow it down. So my biggest thing was I went through this thing in stages. Like first I learned leadership. I learned leadership because it was something in me that I wanted to tell this story. So I got organizational skills by working at McDonald's for a year.
I need
Let's settle on that.
Yeah. I want you to go slow on this, Fred, because what you didn't just say is that you got discipled by
Ronald them.
Not Ronald McDonald himself.
Ronald them.
But you just said you learned leadership by working at McDonald's for a year, and the majority of the people that listen to The Basement are between like 22 and 34.
Yeah.
Right around there, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's looking for a mentor right now. Yeah. Everybody's looking for somebody to teach them what to do. And I'm like, you can learn on your job.
You can.
I went to Reverend Clay Jenkins, and he's the one that discipled me in leadership. You just set that thing up beautifully. I love the pace of it. You was like, I learned leadership. I learned leadership by working at McDonald's for
That's
you.
right.
I think a lot of us are sleeping on the education we could get right where we are.
Yeah.
Because we looking to do
it
in
Yoda. Church.
Yeah, we looking for Yoda.
This is the only place you can get it in Bible class. No.
Or from this Bible person or this preacher or this pastor. Yeah, no.
And you're going to get it from a pastor and a preacher at some point in time, but there are people along the way. What you have to do is you got to be present in the room. Ooh. Every room you walk into, you must be present and pay attention. If you don't, you will miss the class. Speaking of class, I had dope teachers. I had dope music teachers that I paid. Now, music back then was really weird because it was just weird. You know, you write, Mr. Butler and different people, Mrs. Allen, my music, what they would do is they make you write out songs in a notebook. And then however whatever song they give you, your penmanship, your organizational skills, and all that had to be there. So they say, okay, turn to marketers page number 3. And so we turn to it and we sing, just like you, why do birds fall down from the sky? Or we sing anything from a music book, and we learned all of these great songs.
Yeah.
Standards.
Yep.
Miss Allen taught us more about how to do Bach, breathing. And I'm learning. And then I'm an athlete. As much as I am a musician, I was an athlete. I played football and baseball really well.
Wow.
I played basketball really good.
Yeah.
Just not good enough to be
for sure.
Dogs.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
So you know how everybody got that story about, back in my day.
Yeah, for sure.
I lit them up medium on the basketball. I was a medium lit. Like, you can count on me. And I'm going to have a shining moment at some point.
You char-broiled them. You didn't flame them. You left them with lines. You left them with lines, but you didn't burn them up.
I'm the guy with the lines.
Yeah.
But in football and in baseball, I was that guy.
Got you.
Scholarship.
Yep.
I got scouted by the Orioles.
Wow.
So they came to one of my games and they talked to my mom about being on, like, we want to put him on the farm club. I was that guy.
Yep.
But I was also a musician.
Yep.
So obviously I chose music.
Yeah, for sure.
And so therefore I was on a lot of teams and I learned teamwork. I learned following leaders. I learned a good leader is a good follower first.
Yes, sir.
And so I learned all of this stuff.
Yep.
Then I was in the military. But let's go back to McDonald's.
Yep.
I learned how to be disciplined in everything that you did. Like, you didn't just throw away boxes in McDonald's. You didn't just take all the fried boxes when they empty and dump them out there. You had to crush them.
That's right. You had to break them down.
You break them down.
That's right.
You had to fold them.
That's right. That's exactly
right.
And
you had to put them a certain way, and so it saved space.
I'm looking for my kids. I'm trying to figure out why
all
they
of
ain't
these
in here right
different
now.
rules, and then you worked your way up. So you started on the prep station, where and this was before Big Macs.
Yes, sir.
So it was like cheeseburger and hamburger.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right.
That was it.
That's it. That's right.
And I wanted to get on the grill.
Yeah.
But you didn't start on the grill.
Right.
You started actually on the floor.
Yep.
And you mopped the lobby and this, that, and other. Now, let me tell you something. I enjoyed being part of a team. I loved, like, if I was back there and I saw a girl, because I'm in the 11th grade, I saw a girl out there that was pretty and went to my school, and I wanted her to see, I would go out and say, hey, can I go out and check the lobby? So I go out and clean up the lobby. I go out and clean up the lobby and pull her stuff out and make sure everything was straight. And when she was looking, then I walk back and I go through the door that said employees only. Man, this was my joy.
I have a job.
I have access and I got a job.
That's right. That's right. You might get one of these free cheeseburgers if you act right.
You can't come back here.
Huh?
Y'all can't come back here.
I might give you extra onions.
Listen.
If you smile right.
And I wait and I act like I'm not going, and I wait at the last minute and turn and look at the door and she's looking. And I would I'd hold.
I'm dead. I can't take it. No.
And then she look over. That was everything to me. Listen, that was winning a Grammy for
Absolutely.
me. That was winning a doggone Grammy. That was being on stage. Yeah. I want to be a part of something that's growing and moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mop the floor, you take the garbage out, you learn how to fold it, then you get on prep station. And I got on the prep, and they taught you how to put these many, the onions was already on there, you this, that, and the other, and you squirt the ketchup. Then all of a sudden, they added the Big Mac. And they taught us how to do it. Then they was barking out. Then you go to fries. Wasn't no chicken nuggets, it's just fries.
Yeah, for sure.
My hands got scarred. Because
popping grease. That oil. Yeah, for sure.
And then you just but I enjoyed it, man. And then people could really see you then. And you just act like you ain't doing it. Yeah, I'm just over here knocking these fries out that you about to eat.
It ain't nothing light work.
Ain't nothing.
Light work, yeah.
Then all of a sudden they put me on the grill. And they was barking out commands. Now, when they say you have to ask, lay down these meat. So first you take a handful of them, like this, about 6 on this side, 6 on this side, and you go, pop, 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 on the grill, lay them out, pop, 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 pop. Then you ask, cheese on 6 reg. And they say, 4 cheese. So that means you put 4 cheese on 6 reg.
Yeah.
And that's what you did. Now, and then you keep your grill scraped and clean.
Yeah, for sure.
And nice, man. I've had so many burns, but I loved it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where I learned teamwork as well.
Yeah.
I'm a team guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And my mother always taught me, if you go to my page now, Real Fred H, on Instagram, you're going to see Marvin Winans talk about the day that I actually started playing for him. And it's more of a testament, not that I was ready and I was patient, it was more of a testament of what my mom taught me about sitting and waiting your turn.
Yep.
And that was key, man. So that's where I learned leadership. So now I'm with Marvin Winans. And Marvin is one of the greatest songwriters.
Now, where did y'all make that connection?
Man, they used to be the testimonial singers.
That's a long title. Lord have mercy.
Testimonial singers. And
the testimonial singers.
It was the full band. I mean, they was Earth, Wind, and Fire in Detroit as kids.
Yep. Yeah.
And we followed them everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever they were singing Sunday afternoon or Saturday night.
Yeah, y'all were there.
We followed them.
Wow.
It was the Clarks was already big.
Yep, for sure.
The Clarks was already amazing, and they were doing records. And
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
The testimonials weren't.
Yep.
But we followed them. And it was Marvin, Carvin, Ronald, Michael, and a guy named Howard Smith, and then a full band.
Wow.
And so we followed him, and Marvin had all these great songs. He was his own songwriter, and this, that, and other. Now, they're getting ready to go do what Andre Crouch. They go up to Lansing and sing before Andre Crouch. He signs them on the spot. Wow. All of a sudden now, their record comes out. Fast forward. I'm driving down Finkel Avenue, hitting Greenfield, and I hear, question is, I said, that's Peanut. And we've been waiting for the record. And the guy's like, Brother Bill's like, hey, I got the whole album I'm going to play for you tonight. And next thing I know, he played Restoration, ding, 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 ding. And I said, that's what I want to do for a living. I see people who made it, and that's what I want to do for a living. Now, the bass player was in question. He had a job, and it wasn't the greatest, but he was a great dude.
Yeah.
But he had a job and didn't know if he was going to be able to pull off.
Run like that, yeah.
And Michael Wright, they call him Mike E.
Okay.
Mike E from back in the day, a rapper. He was with Commission as well. He said, man, they about to have an audition. I'm going to put your name in there. He said, but they want this guy named Greg Lockett. So I went to visit Greg Lockett. Greg Lockett said, man, I'm making $70,000 a year. I definitely can't.
Lord,
I don't
mercy.
know nobody. Back then.
What are we talking about?
He's like,
Adjusted for inflation.
I can't.
Find that.
He was a salesman.
That dude was balling.
He said,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to go. He said, but I'm going to put your name in. He put my name in. Mike put my name in. And I would call Marvin Winans. And he said, somebody gave me his number. He said, call me tomorrow. And so I'm at Henry Ford Community College, 10 o'clock. I get out of class at 9:50. I rush to the payphone. I stand there. Don't let nobody take it. Put my quarter in at 10. I called him and said, hey, can I speak to Marvin? Vicky picked up. Can I speak to Marvin? Peanut is what we call him.
Yeah.
Can I speak to Peanut? And he said, Peanut? Who is it? Fred Hammond. Who is that? He's a bass player. I said, okay. Tell him, call me tomorrow. Cool. I hang up. I call him tomorrow. Go back the next day, do the same thing. Hello? Peanut, pick up the phone. It's Fred Hammond, the bass player. I heard him say in the back, what he want? So imagine this. What do you want? I had to get the acoustics
Right. Absolutely, for sure. Absolutely.
And I'm hearing this like, dude, you said call you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
But I was like, oh, Lord, this ain't going the way I thought. This ain't going the way I thought. And he said, call me tomorrow. Same thing. I met him. Finally, he gets on, hello. And I said, hey, Peanut, this is Fred. You told me to call you. He said, listen here. We're going to go with the guy who labored with us. Don't call me no more. Don't call me no more. We're going to go with the guy who labored. I said, okay. My world came to an end.
Oh.
Well, I just figured, well, so my mother got with me. She prayed. She said, Fred, another opportunity will come. I'm at Northland Mall, which is our big mall in Detroit, and I see BB and Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
And we're out there, and BB comes up to me and says, hey, the Winans got their thing, but we're about to do Winans Part 2. So they're talking to us and say, we need a band. And I said, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He said, cool. So we got you, and somehow I didn't know if Michael Brooks at that time, I didn't bring him.
Yeah.
But I knew they talked about it. He said, got this other guy named Brooks. And I said, can we bring Michael Williams, my drummer, who was a commission?
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, can you bring him? And they said, okay, cool. And then, okay, fine. We go to the house. The room is packed. And they get on and say, well, Winans Part 2, we're going to rehearse y'all first. They get ready to have this big concert in Detroit. Winans Part 2, we're going to rehearse y'all first. So we get on, and BB is teaching a song. And it's a dope song because he's a dope writer.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and we're learning the song, and I do this line on the bass where he said, I want you to come in. I said, and they stopped. They said, what? And then BB and Daniel and Vicky started laughing, and Cece started like, oh, our band is better than y'all, man. They gonna kill y'all. Because they have this rivalry. They have this sibling thing that goes on. And they laughing and hooting and hollering, and the band is over there looking like, nah. But I'm over there, I'm like, okay, cool. And we go through and learn. I learn real quick. I learned playing bass by playing commercials. So when Barney Miller come on, I would play the bass line.
Boom, 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 boom.
And every week I do it. I learned how to play the Crest commercial. I learned how to play McDonald's. I'm sitting in front of my TV, and I'm playing every commercial. You got 60 seconds. You got to learn it. And so I pick it up and I learn it. Boom, 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 whatever it is. I don't care if it's McDonald's, Kmart, if it's the hair grease or whatever. I'm learning before that commercial is off, I'm going to know this song. So now I'm in there, I'm playing, I'm doing my thing. And so he looks at me, Marvin looks at me from the piano, he says, you ain't slick. I'm like, what I do?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's what he did. You didn't do that.
He said, let me hear you play this. I feel like flying away. And before he could finish, I was on. And he laughed. BB knocked him off the piano. No, you ain't taking that. And the whole room, mom and pop is just laughing. People is hysterical. He said, brothers, we got to have a meeting. He got off the piano and went downstairs. They had a meeting. And they called me down and said, yeah, you knew what you was doing. You wasn't here for no wine part two. I said, listen, that's what I was called for. You know, and I didn't have to make room for myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In other words, I just was ready.
Yes, sir.
Now imagine when he told me, don't call me no more. Because he didn't say it like
right, absolutely.
Just imagine when he said to me, listen, man, don't call me no more.
Yeah, we're going with the other dude. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What if I got a punk nigga?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, that's that another man.
Yeah.
You won't mess with my turn up.
Right.
I just took the L.
That's right.
I said, okay. And then I watched God make another road. So many people out there, let me tell y'all something. So many people out there, I'm looking right there. So many people out there, you taking these L's and you getting mad. And you don't understand that L means this is a door I don't want you to have right now. But I'm working on something while you take this L, while you eat this loss, the stuff that is building inside of you is a vitamin inside of this L, vitamin L. Is inside of you and it's just setting you up. Now, when I come around, you're going to be ready, but keep the right attitude because that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for another bass player or another singer or another this. I'm looking for the person with the right, correct attitude, and that's what I did. I was disappointed as all get out. It was bad for me to go back and tell all my friends I didn't get the gig. Because I told them all. I said, man, he told me to call him. He told me 3 days, and then he told me don't call him no more. And I told him, he said, don't call him no more. And the hurt and the pain from that was there. But I watched God orchestrate another way to say, okay, yeah, you good, let's go. I can trust you with the next level. That's what God is saying. Eat that L.
Yes.
Vitamin L.
Yes.
That's it. Eat that L. And because I can tell you, I've been eating L's for a long time. I'm still eating them.
Wow.
But I watched God take that moment and say, no, it's not this door.
Yeah, man.
It's another door.
Yeah, for sure.
If I let you through this door, you're going to take a bigger L.
Wow.
You ain't going to be able to handle it. So that's what happened. And I got a chance to be with Marvin.
Wow.
And he was writing songs. He said, Fred Hammond, listen to this. Our tour bus was the Greyhound.